Good afternoon, and welcome to my studio at Palmacita, and to another taping of the Advocacy of Smoking, or of Vaping Mushrooms. Welcome. Okay, so first off, what I want to discuss here is it takes time to extract, it takes time to mix. So first I want to show you what mixing is about. Mixing entails use of this device. Here, I need to plug it in. Okay. The last video you watched, perhaps, I built this extractor. I need to take this piece off here because I would like to use the mixing table. I'll put this piece back into the box so I don't break it. This is the table. These are the mushrooms. So here, let me zoom in on this so you can hear. All right. Close enough? Okay. The mixing table has a heater and a stirrer. This right here is a magnetic device that helps steer. Put it in here like so, and it spins. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to reacquaint you with you what I'm up to. I want to use the stirring part of that in a moment. Okay. My 6 mushroom blend includes Agarikon. On its package, boost immunity, reduce inflammation, breathe easier, and long life. Since we're smoking it, sounds good. I like the long life. Ghost bread. The next one is Cordyceps. Everybody heard about Cordyceps. It infects ants to help produce its offspring. The next one I want to reacquaint you with is lion's mane. This is focus, clarity, and mood. The next one happens to be turkey tail, immune support and defense. The next one is Chaga. If you remember, Chaga is used in hot water, like a tea or a coffee. I put in my coffee. Thousands of years, the Russian people have been using it. And tiger milk. Lung help with the lungs. Okay, so here I have my scale. And I'm going to weigh out, hopefully, 6 grams. A gram each to put into here to mix up. That's my intention. So if you're willing to sit by and watch me do this, perhaps I can zoom in over my shoulder. I wonder if I'll be in the way of myself. Probably, but it's unimportant. One moment, please. I have a portrait chair by in Eastlake. Got it. Here, show it to you. Isn't that cute? It's called a gossip chair or a portrait chair. Okay, so, am I hand blocking? I guess that's a cardinal rule. So what I want to do is, I'm going to tear this cup. Oh, there it is. All right. So I'm going to tear this. Zero my windscreen. It's going to be dust. Okay. This is in pill form, and this is in pill form. Tiger's milk, turkey tail. So we're going to start with tiger's milk. Maybe turkey tail. All right, tiger's milk. Tiger's milk it is. Okay. So each of these are supposed to be 625 grams. Okay, so let me just put it in here. I know it's a little messy because I didn't pay attention and the spraying half of it across the DS here. That's all right. I'm going for a gram. It's dust. So that's 0.48. .7. Now I'm going to keep this to show you something. 0.7. Let me get another one. Because we're going to go to a gram. So what I'm doing is I'm adding, it's at 943, 954, 60, 80, 94, 97, 1 gram, 1.01. All right, 1.001. Wait, let me get the air on it. Stabilize it. Okay, 1.003. Oh my God, did you see what it did? It was on the scale itself and I brushed it off. And it went down 3. All right, perfect. Okay, 1 gram. Okay, so that's a gram. And then I thought I would do this. Tear that out. A tear is the container. You want to weigh something, and it's in a container. And if you tear that, you just weigh what's in the container rather than a container. So assuming that that's the same, right, as the next one, I weigh this out, 500 grams, or actually half a gram, 500 milligrams, right? So it's a half a gram. So one pill is a half a gram, would take 2 pills to make a gram. That particular one, but remember I went and did it by touch. Now I pulled this one out of here because it was the last one I used to put portion out of. This has a quarter, 0.25 grams in it, right? So for the next one to do. So this one's turkey tail. It feels like it got goo on it. Let me see. 1 second, please. The best utensil in a laboratory like this is toilet paper. Quickly, I can wipe this out. So what I want to do is show you here. Generally speaking, they're going to be a half a gram. It says 2 of these are a gram, but I already started one because I find, well, anyway, that's the point. So let's tear this. Put, right, meet you there. Okay, I teared it. This is turkey tail. Now, is it crucial that I'm weighing it out, you may ask? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, you remember that bit in the casino where the guys were like, how come my blueberry mushroom muffin had no and yours had a lot, and you went back and demanded and straightened it out? Well, we're in a position now to straighten that out. I want to give the full amount of experience with each puff. So yes, I would think it's crucial that I weigh this out. So remember I was telling you that this says portion is 2 and a daily portion is 1 gram, and one says 466, right? 466 not is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 5.5. So, okay, so that's 1. Let me just dump this one in there. I don't think this is going to jump over the gram. Now, mind you, they're packaging this by hand, so I'm not going to be too judgmental on whether or not I'm getting the exact. So I'll put this one right here for now. So that's 9.940. So 950, 993, 94, 109, 110, a little bit much. All right. Okay, so I put it back in there, and they're different colors, so I can tell the difference between them, and different consistency. The powder like turkey tail, and granule like tiger milk. Okay, so and we still tear. So far this turkey tail and tiger milk. I get those out of the way pretty quick. Now each of these have their own scoop in them. This is just a toy. I just use this to play with. Right? This is like my fingers. Silver. Alright, so let's start with the Agarikon. Now, remember I was telling you, I wanted to call this my cigar con, right? C''gar, cigar, get it? Okay, so we're going to start with this. That's 2 grams so far. So they have their own scoop. That wasn't fun. So I'm going to assume that that's a gram. Well, of course I did it before. I already did this. 922. 950. Maybe I should get something for that in the future. It's been actually moist. 950. 975. So my mushrooms aren't as dry as I wanted them to be. I ended up with a speck of powder dropping on the floor at my feet. And that didn't make me happy. And, oh come on, a gram. Okay. Yeah, that didn't make me happy at all. Next I'm going to put some cheesecloth down on the floor. Okay, so that's 3. Could have fell on the scale. Oh. Now you may think that I added too much, but it was actually on the metal part of the scale when I flipped it in. So it was actually measuring it. Maybe not. Okay, so let's go to lion's mane. There's not really any order. I just like to pick up Agarikon first when I mention them. And they do have like those moisture packets in them too. So each has a different type of scoop. This scoop happens to be you'd be like, oh, you're a slime, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, you're dealing with powder. And as I was saying, it was moist here recently, so I got a little cakey, and it wants to fall irregularly instead of like powder. No, you suck so bad. So you know what just happened? When I picked up to turn it over, I turned it off. So I'm going to have to pour it back in and make the mess again. Well, it is tedious, sure, but I'm not trying to make it easy. I'm trying to show you how to do it. I mean, I could have pretended and everything else, but I thought I'd do it live. Okay, the first scoop gives me, did I tear it out? All right. So, hang with me. I'm just saying that in any event, if you're not sure of something, it's okay to do the operation again. It's okay to do the operation again. Okay, as it was afternoon, it's getting a little later. Okay, so I tear it out. I want to get another lion's mane. Lion's mane is for focus and clarity. But you know, there is medical research backing up everything I'm telling you. It may sound like I'm a fool, you know, but the beautiful part about it is that this isn't shyster medicine. This isn't snake oil. This is the reality. This is mushrooms. And the thing about mushrooms, modern medicine, the pharmacy, it takes you 2 weeks. If you ever notice, everything takes 2 weeks. 2 weeks to get it up in your system, 2 weeks to do this, 2 weeks to do that, right? Even steroids, you know, cycles and stuff like that. When you need medications, you have to establish a base, a median for the medication to work. Mushrooms, on the other hand, are immediate. You don't need 2 weeks to get a result. So, okay, this is number 4. Okay, now we're going to do Chaga. Look how dark Chaga is. Look at that, that's dark. Not 7, the 700. 9. 950. I'm just shaking it onto it like a salt shaker. That's what I was doing before, and then a big blob fell out and knocked it right on there. Alright, 90, 90, 99, 99. Come on, a gram. Bang. Okay. Oops. And good old Cordyceps next. I like throwing things. Good old Cordyceps. I assume that that's what their target was, a gram, when you put it in the scoop. Hold on a second. I was way off on that. All right, so that was it. It's my six mushrooms. What a mess. Okay, so I put in here. Pardon me, I had a frog in my throat. I don't know why. Okay, so let me show you this a little bit. I can kind of mix it. The darkest is Chaga. The rest are pretty light in color. Turkey tail is pretty dark. And the darkest one is Chaga. And you can see it, it makes a difference. Alright, so more or less got that together. Now, what I would like to do is mix it with 100 milliliters of okay. Use them back out. All right. Okay, thank you for taking the time and watching what I was doing. Now I want to get 100 milliliters of VG-PG blend, 70-30 vegetable glycerin, propylene glycerin, glycol, propylene glycol, and vegetable glycerin. Okay, so this is a 70-30 mix. Already, as I mentioned before, most of your devices are set up for 70-30 to burn. As long as you keep that ratio close, you'll be fine. So here, I mix in 100 milliliters. I mean, generally speaking, probably 120 is better, which is a half a cup, 118 milliliters. It's a half a cup. Is it necessary to measure out the glycerin? Yes, because I'm going to do 9 of these ultimately for this mix. But right now I want to stir. So I start that. And I'm stirring it in. Just as simple as that. This takes a half an hour. This process, from when I just started, which was just a few seconds ago, and I will just run for a half an hour. I'm sure, quite positive, that you have watched videos where people said dun da da, and they have it done. Well, I don't have the luxury at making more than one batch at a time. Right now, it's going to take 11 hours to ethanol extract it later on, and I have to get a container to put it in to add the extra glycerin. You're saying, well, why don't we just mix it in there? Well, pardon me, well, the reason I think I'm not mixing the whole quart, or 12 ounces, it's about 16 ounces. I'm not going to do a cup and a half, 12, 16. I'm not going to do 2 cups, or almost 3 cups of it right now, because all right, so what's the glycerin doing? The glycerin is breaking down the mushroom body, right? Part way. The ethanol breaks it down the rest of the way. So if I were to use, I suppose it's just a measure of amount. Well, all right. I'm going to add it to ethanol. It was what I did the last time, was add it directly to ethanol and did it from there. But here I wanted to give you an idea of the level of breakdown that the glycerin gives. See, I have my mesh to show you how much body is left over just adding it in with glycerin. Get it? So when I bring it to the ethanol extracting process, then I could I'll show you how much of that is just broken down. So whatever's left over here on this screen after it drains through, I hit with ethanol. Just cook ethanol through it. It takes 11 hours, by the way. And this will take about an hour. Oh, I'm 3 minutes over. All right, thank you very much for your time and watching. Have a beautiful day.